Right now in Jamaica, the minimum wage stands at $16,000 per week. But come July 1st, the government says it will be adjusted to $17,000. And while that increase might sound like progress, many Jamaicans are asking one simple question: is that really enough? Because when you look at the cost of living today, food, rent, transportation, a $1,000 increase doesn't go very far. For many workers, that's gone in a single trip to the supermarket. So naturally, the conversation is getting louder. What if minimum wage was pushed all the way to $25,000 per week? Now on the surface, that sounds like a game changer. Imagine thousands of workers across the island suddenly earning significantly more. That means more money to take care of bills, more stability at home, and less stress trying to survive week to week. For many families, it could mean the difference between struggling and actually living. And it wouldn't just help individuals, it could ripple across the economy. When people have more money, they spend more. Local shops, taxi operators, markets, and small businesses could all see increased activity. More spending could mean more growth. There's also the issue of fairness. Many Jamaicans feel wages have not kept up with inflation. Prices have been rising steadily, but incomes haven't matched that pace. So a jump to $25,000 could help close that gap and reduce inequality across the country. But here's where things get complicated. Because while higher wages sound good for workers, they can be tough on businesses, especially small ones. If a business suddenly has to pay every worker $25,000 per week, that's a major increase in expenses. And for many small business owners, the only way to survive would be to raise prices. So now, the same workers who are earning more could end up paying more for goods and services. Food prices could go up, transportation costs could increase. Even basic services might become more expensive. And just like that, the extra money starts to lose its value. There's also the risk of job cuts. Some employers may not be able to afford the higher wage at all. That could lead to fewer job opportunities, reduced working hours, or even layoffs. And in a worst-case scenario, some businesses might shut down completely. Another concern is the rise of informal work. If employers can't afford to meet the legal wage, they might start hiring workers under the table to avoid paying the full amount. That means no contracts, no benefits, and no job security for workers. So while the idea of $25,000 sounds empowering, it also comes with serious risks. And that brings us back to the current situation. A move from $16,000 to $17,000 might seem small, and to many, it is. But governments often take gradual steps to avoid shocking the economy. A slow increase gives businesses time to adjust, instead of forcing sudden changes that could backfire. Still, many Jamaicans feel the increases are too slow, especially when everyday expenses keep rising much faster. So the real question is not just whether wages should increase, but how. Should Jamaica take bold steps and push wages higher to give workers real relief? Or should it continue with gradual increases to protect businesses and jobs? Because at the end of the day, it's a balancing act. Too little increase, and workers continue to struggle. Too much, too fast, and businesses may not survive. One thing is clear though, the conversation around minimum wage in Jamaica is far from over. And as July 1st approaches, that $17,000 figure might just be the start of an even bigger debate. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Jamaica's minimum wage should jump to $25,000 per week? Or is that a move that could do more harm than good?